On today's episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, the super producer returns. Yes, Troy is here in the flesh. He's going to be here for the next 2 weeks, doing some episodes with us, having a good time. He's going to be on Bachelor as well. So we had a great episode once again with our original super producer. We also talk Mad Maggie. She's the rumored legend of season 12. So we go through and think what we think her abilities and tacticals and passives and ultimates are going to be. We also have a discussion topic where we go through and create our own LTM and bring back an LTM that we hope to see soon in the near coming future. And then Grab My Bachelor, probably one of my favorite Grab My Bachelor discussions of all time, because there was some jokes in there, but it was like it's a very interesting topic. So if you have any thoughts on that, feel free to send us some DMs, say what you guys think. But without further ado, let's get into the show.
Oh, there's someone at the door.
I'm sorry, dude. She was fucking asking for it.
You were pissing in her lawn.
I had to.
That's why we're out here doing this shit.
I gotta go. If I gotta go, I gotta go.
Oh, well, hello, boys. Merry Christmas.
3, 2, 1.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
So nice. Honey, get the kids. Bring the kids.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells,
So
jingle
sweet.
all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in Santa's open sleigh. Hey, what the fuck?
Honey,
Read the fucking lyrics.
Honey, put her to
Read
bed.
the fucking
Put her to
lyrics.
bed.
The fucking lyrics
You
are wrong,
motherfucker,
Ryan.
Take her right now.
Fuck you guys.
What'd you
Fuck
do? Read it off
guys.
Wikipedia?
Fuck
You
you, Soda
motherfucker.
Snowman.
Are you guys kidding me right now?
What?
On my doorstep? You
Change
guys
the light.
need to leave right now.
Hey,
hold on.
Sorry.
Unbelievable.
Hold up. I'm sorry. You know what? Listen. We're sorry. We've been working really hard on this routine. We've been around the block. We're really trying to get this. I apologize.
Listen, dude,
I
we're
apologize.
trying to
What do you mean?
we
So,
were told
we
to go make
apologize.
the community better.
You know what? It's Christmas season. It's not like I haven't been frustrated before. Got some ding-dongs at work I'm dealing with, too. I get it. But if you guys fuck up again, you do well.
that's
You do
totally
well.
fair.
We
That's
You
get
do
that.
well on
That's
this
fair.
next
We
song.
get that.
I'm gonna bring them both back out. Okay.
We get that.
All right.
All right.
That's
All right.
fair.
One more chance.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it's shiny.
Kyle,
Shiny?
Did you just say shiny?
It's shiny.
You said shiny?
Motherfucker.
It's shiny.
You
isn't
Bro,
it?
what the fuck is wrong
How
with
do you
you?
not
I
know
swear
that
it was
fucking
shiny.
song?
It's
That
shiny. It
you
glows.
are full of
Enough.
shit.
The man
You are
knows.
full
That
of
is
shit.
enough.
He's on my side. You see? He
I'm on.
knows it's
I am
shiny.
not on your side.
No, then he's on our side. Fuck
Yeah,
off,
he's on
Kyle.
the
He's on
shiny.
our side, you
First,
motherfucker.
no, stop.
Because
All
you
of
said
you need
shiny.
to stop. First of all, who says shiny? You are an idiot. I told you, do not yell on my doorstep. I have kids. I said you get one more chance, so goodbye.
Hold on. Okay, listen. We're not good at Christmas songs, okay?
Yeah, you think?
We have a plan B. For
One chance.
One chance,
I'll
one
give anything
opportunity.
For one more chance. Just
We
one
got to
more
get
chance.
everything we ever wanted.
one more
We're told
chance.
we have
How much
to
you got in that bucket?
$11.
Give me the bucket. I'll give you one more chance. You give me the bucket. That's your collateral.
Okay.
If you guys blow it again, I'm taking the bucket and all the money.
Oh, all right.
You guys don't blow it. I'll give you the bucket back. I'll give you $10 more.
Okay.
Done,
all right.
done,
we got
done.
All right.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Up in the club with my homies, try to get a little VI, keep it down on the low key. You should know how it feels. I see Jordy, she was checking up on me. From the game she was spitting in my ear, you would think that she know me. I decided to chill. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. She's saying, come get me. So I got up and followed her to the floor. She said, baby, let's go. When I told her, she said, yeah. Pretty good, right?
We're the wet Nessies, bro.
We didn't
that
want
was
that to be
your
our name.
idea.
It is our name right now,
Whoa,
but we didn't
whoa.
want it
It's
to
up
be
for
the
change.
name.
I thought you guys liked it.
Bro, it's a
You're
shit
the
name. What
fucking
the
guy
fuck
who
is
said
it? Dude,
shine in the Rudolph
Hey,
the Red
how
Nose
shine
Reindeer
is
song.
fucking
You
correct.
fucking
Not
idiot.
correct, you
You are a
fucking
jackass.
idiot.
You guys are a bunch
Get
of
the
idiots.
fuck
Red
off
Nessies.
of my doorstep. Take your bucket. Take all of my money and get the fuck out of here.
How much?
How much
money?
is in your
How
wallet?
Much money?
How much?
There's $100 in here.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're up money now,
Yeah,
baby. Let's
bro.
fucking go.
Yeah.
That's more than our quota.
Yeah.
know.
Fuck yeah. Fucking. Should we go to the next house? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Grab My Banner podcast, episode number 66. And boys, the super producer is back.
He's in the building.
Right here.
I'm here.
He's
You guys know
sitting
this
there.
voice.
Yes, we do. Holy fucking shit. What'd you think of that Watson heirloom, though?
Oh my god, the thing was so fucking weak.
Bro, come on,
it's
man.
the
You don't
worst.
like it?
What do you mean,
It's
bro?
not
It's a mashed
We're
potato
getting
fucking
it right. Troy, you did say it was
Definitely.
kind of cute at the end, though.
It's cute that you can play games on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like it makes
What do you
makes it
think-
kinda
Are you talking about the Nessie or the
What do you
fucking
think about the
Tamagotchi?
Nessie animation?
I don't know if you
though?
could call those games, Brian. The Nessie where it just flops up like a big schlong.
Yeah.
It's dope. I love it, dude. That thing is I'm jealous of Nessie.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of Nessie.
Where'd she
a
pull
little
it from?
bit. You guys know what my hypothesis has been
Yeah.
from the start.
From the start.
I've said below the waist ocean dweller, and where did it pop up from? Right?
From underneath.
From underneath.
That's
From
what-
down below.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Oh, shit.
69,000 leagues under the sea.
Well, Troy will be back with us. He's in town for a little bit longer. He'll probably be on next week's episode as well. Possibly have the whole squad together. Carter is at home dealing with a migraine this week, so hopefully he'll be back next week. But boys, without further ado, let's get into the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code BANNER for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Code BANNER. Boys, Raise Energy question of the week. If you could have any Legends abilities in real life, who would you pick? And who would you not pick? You can use them in real life applications.
Real life application, legend abilities. Ooh.
There's lots of good ones. For instance, you've got Pathfinder, who can fling himself across areas.
I feel like I would
pretty
splat
sick.
like a fly.
Yeah, you probably would.
You got to be, but like you get it and you're able to use it, right? Like,
You're able to use it.
Yeah, so that would be sick to be kind
That's
of like
tight.
Spider-Man esque. Although, you know, you got to think like in real life, you're like destroying buildings, like just shooting this spear gun into people's apartments, like.
Every month you're just opening up like another bill that you have to pay for some building you destroyed.
Yeah, everybody would catch on to that.
Something
pretty quick.
completely useless would be crypto. I mean, it's just useless.
I mean,
What?
There's already
Cryptos
drones.
is useless
I mean,
in game.
you could
already.
you could spy
drone?
on people.
Listen,
You could spy on
dude,
people,
This is
which
gonna
is highly
definitely
illegal.
This is definitely gonna tie into the Grab My Bachelor segment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, dude.
because I don't think it's all that
if
useful.
you're using drones to fly into somebody's house, that
If
is,
you're a crypto,
you are
you're on the
gonna-
wrong side of the Grab My
You
Bachelor.
won't be single for long.
We disavow. Bangalore to get out of a sticky situation.
so
but that's not
so
really
somebody
a
starts
superpower.
yelling at you, you like run away really fast.
Buying smoke bombs is not a superpower.
Yeah, you can get some around July in any city in America.
Yeah.
Valk would be sick.
And they're colored too.
Valk would
Smoke
actually-
bombs.
Valk
would
I
be
think
sick.
was for me. It was between Valk and Mirage because I think
legit.
those are both really cool. But
Mirage
I've
is
always
cool.
been obsessed
Mirage
with
would
flying.
be so fucking
Mirage
weird.
would be great for
You know who
hijinks.
you know who I think would be great too? Revenant. Death Totem. No, I
People
don't
always talk about wishing they had a reset button in life, and you kind of would get one at
that's
that
kind
point.
of
You get
it.
a lot of them.
Let me try that. Okay, it didn't work. Okay, I'm not going to do it again.
You'd be like, what does it feel like to get hit by a car? And then you'd fucking walk out and then feel like
Jesus.
coming
It
back.
didn't
think
feel
about that
great.
all
Didn't
the
feel
time,
great.
Bro.
Yeah.
I wonder. Okay, so Brian, you're saying Revenant?
I think Revenant would be
What
sick.
the fuck, dude?
I'm sorry.
What would it feel like if I put my whole face on this burner?
You could do it though.
I really actually like Ashes just for the ult. The ult would be awesome.
So
the teleportation. Wouldn't you just want Wraith though?
No,
Dude,
because
Wraith
that,
is
it's the
fucking-
same
You got
thing,
voices
back
in
and
your head.
forth,
Yeah, that looks like the
yeah, I guess.
pretty
I'd be so psychotic probably.
it's more the act of pulling out the sword from your back, slicing open reality, and then dashing through it.
Which
That's
is
kinda
bad.
Which is badass.
It is badass.
For
like
anything
that's
else,
Kenshi
like,
feel.
that's like a first date thing. Like you're just like, hey,
You're like,
wanna
hey,
see
babe,
what I
look,
can do?
see this shit.
You ever want to go 50 yards really quick?
Because I
Check
can.
this out.
That's
Loba's the one
that's
that
what it's made for.
I would take hands down because you would never be poor.
Do cakes come
You
with
can
it?
teleport everywhere. If I could get cakes with, I already have cakes.
I was
but
like,
I
you
mean,
already got cakes.
Kyle's got more than enough.
I got more than enough cake. But I mean, if cakes came with it, I'd get extra.
I kind of like the lifeline angle just for like hangovers.
Yeah, but when are you gonna need to res somebody?
It'll
I
pop up in
mean,
some situations that you would never expect.
Listen, when Death Totem runs out and you try to jump in front of that car, Kyle, that's when he's got to res you.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
And then Octane. I mean,
We already have Octane in real life.
we have a lot of Octanes in Fresno, California. So they don't get the speed for whatever reason.
no speed.
No.
I think they think that they do.
They definitely think so.
It's like in your mind, you think you're going faster.
You guys really don't like Pathfinder that much?
Listen,
I just don't
cool.
think it's
I just
like,
think it's
I don't think it
outclassed.
would
Like, I'd
be
rather have
useful.
Valk.
Valk is 100 times better.
Yeah, why would
Same
you not
thing,
want a
just better.
fucking jetpack that you know how to
That-
use?
And
That
you
being
can
said,
fly
With a
around
bunch
town.
of and you got some missiles.
Troy,
And you go through a bad breakup.
great.
I mean,
No. What?
wait.
Just
Jeez.
blow off the front
Awesome.
of her house.
Troy, I love the Mirage. I love that.
Yeah,
The idea-
this
that was
is so
honestly my
useful.
first one I wrote down. I wrote down Valk and Death Totem like last second.
I would love, because so like in the cutscene.
Bro, I could Eiffel Tower with myself.
Oh my god! Start.
That is something that I would not do.
You are like you really want the rapture to start, don't you? Yeah, you're just egging Jesus on. What was I gonna say before you said that fucking shit? Oh, okay. So in the cutscene, he's like actually doing shit. Like he's like serving drinks and like you know what I mean.
It's a physical.
But
being.
in the game, it's not. But if it was a physical being, like how cool would it be to just like make 5 of yourself, rock paper scissors, whoever loses like has to do the homework, and then or I
You
guess
get to
one of
just
yourself.
fuck around,
But
yeah.
yeah, like have more of you to like be more productive. That would be very
That
cool.
would be awesome, actually. But
Yeah.
another thing, I would use Fuse's thing, definitely. 100%.
Try to become like an
The
NFL
grenade
quarterback.
launcher?
Oh, yeah, dude. I'd just be like an NFL quarterback. Like, I would not have to do anything.
Bro,
else.
You
I'm
could
pretty sure they
honestly
wouldn't
be
allow you
like-
in the NFL.
It would be
Yeah,
a
they wouldn't.
great.
No way.
It would be a great rodeo clown act to do like the fire thing,
Yeah.
or maybe like a circus act, right?
Or you shoot a
could have a
firework
job
everywhere.
forever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know, like you could have a job for 4th of July.
4th of July, I'm
No,
getting
you're just the
hired
fucking cannon
immediately.
for 4th of
Dude,
July.
You would be the man on 4th of July.
Yes.
That would be actually be badass.
you're-
You,
Dang.
you got a big ass cannon on your back. You just whip out and fucking shoot a giant
Your
firework.
forearms,
out
all
of it.
the small ones.
I was thinking about being Wraith for strictly like bedroom reasons.
That would be
Because
crazy.
the portal, you could do some things.
That
with
would be
that
some
portal.
You could
crazy
do some
shit.
things with that portal.
I don't want to say them, but you could do some things.
Let me
with that
tell
You
you,
just
portal.
lose. You just
I'm
nut and like close it by accident. Like cut your partner in half. Oh Jesus Christ! Like, oh my God! I'm still in it too. I just vomit everywhere. Like,
Bro, why the fuck did your mind go to these places?
oh dude, listen, this is my peak self.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's it. Just,
That is
yeah.
actually a great skit one day. That would make a
that
great
would
I would
be
skit.
love
hilarious.
that.
Each legend in bed.
Okay, so let's get final answers here. Who would you want to be? Who would you want to be? Who would you not want to be?
I'm saying Valk. I want
Valk?
to fly.
You want to
You
fly?
I want to
fly?
fly.
I would be Loba.
I take Mirage.
I think I'm gonna do Wraith. I'm gonna run the gamble here.
In the game.
Yeah, just for a little bit of extra fun.
Who would you not want to be?
Probably Caustic.
Watson. I'll be Caustic. I don't give a fuck.
You would be Caustic. I was surprised you didn't say that. At
I
first.
thought about it. I was like, no, I'll lay off Caustic for raise energy for once. Now, fuck,
Yeah.
you brought him up. I'll be Caustic. I don't give a shit.
Before I picked this raise energy question, I almost picked which degree do you think that each legend would pick, and my only reason I thought that was Caustic going to college for
He's
child
Humani.
development services.
Oh my God, that's the best.
Yeah, and
That's so good.
yeah, so I think I'm gonna go Caustic as the person. I think it would be useful in certain contexts. Like if you ran a trap house, I mean that's probably really good for you.
I
But,
would-
But
That-
Watson
yeah.
might even be better.
Or
at
if
that
you just
point.
want to be a chemist and design things for the military.
Yeah, because that's what he does.
Got too
Yeah.
many twins on your block. Sick of all these goddamn identical twins. The nerve.
I wouldn't want to be Ash just because the tactical literally is useless.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You throw a fucking arc star at people.
Yeah, but
You
you're
throw a
not going to
knife.
have to chase down anybody unless like you're a fucking cop or something.
It's basically Find
not
Your
true.
iPhone, the app, except it's you. You are the Find Your iPhone
Yeah,
app.
exactly.
It's pretty cool. You could do that for certain things.
No.
Find my keys in the morning.
Yeah.
I lose my keys every morning,
I know.
and I don't know how I do it. Because like
Yeah.
I will watch myself put them down, and then I lose them.
Bro, you
So
need
that
to get,
might be good.
You need to get one of those key hooks.
The tiles.
You know what's funny
Oh,
about that?
or
I
a
lost
key
the
hook.
tile.
You lost.
No.
You lost the tile?
He was saying like
Yeah.
by the door.
The
I
key
think, right?
hooks, like the ones you hang on the doorway.
No, I lost the thing to look for it.
No, I'm talking like the little hooks that you literally mount
Where
on
you
the
put it
wall.
always in the
Yeah,
same
no.
place.
And by the way, that tile fucking sucks. The back of mine tore off, and all the guts on the inside came out.
Mine stopped
that
working
sucks.
after like a week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't use the tiles, guys.
Don't
They
use the
fucking
I'm
suck.
sure there are
Tiles are
other
fucking
brands. that
useless.
do
Oh, there
the
goes
same
one
thing,
sponsor
but
we
those
could've
things
had.
Kind of fucking suck.
All right, boys. That should just about do it for the Raise Energy question of the week. Don't forget to head on down to repsports.com where you can use code banner for 15% off all Raise Energy products. Boys, we are going to head into the Predator Report and hit a quick ad. And on the other side, you will get the discussion topic of the week. We're going to add in some of our own personal LTMs or an LTM that we want to see come back. Let's get it. Welcome to the Predator Report. My name is Wyatt B. Our top story today is Apex Legends statistics. The Apex Legends Twitter account tweeted out a photo giving out all of the stats from all year long with the Apex Legends, including some crazy stats like over 22 billion legends have been killed and over 446 million of those kills have come from the Mozambique. The most surprising part of all those stats. We also have 5.5 billion legends revived, 27 million Nessies placed, and 1 billion legends respawned, with an unconfirmed stat of 200 million of those respawns coming from Brian. That'll do it for your Predator Report this evening. My name is Wyatt B. Let's get back to the show. All right, everyone. Here we are for the discussion topic of the week. Now, boys, it has been a weird season for Apex Legends. And I would say like a weird season and a half because we've had a great season by all accounts,
It's
right?
been
We've
great.
had an event
going.
already.
Amazing
the legend,
kickoff.
the launch was good. Yes, Brian. We had a great legend. We had a great map drop. We've had and the gun as well.
Gun.
We've had a lot of great things happen. There's been barely any server issues, but it leaves you thinking, where are all the LTMs? Because you've been playing a pretty much flawless game for a while, but then you start to realize even a flawless game has flaws because when you're playing the same thing over and over and over again, it starts to get repetitive, especially when there's only one other game mode. So, boys, let's get into it here. We used to have an abundance of LTMs.
Yes.
And this was when the game was fucking garbage. Like, we got LTM after LTM. They're like, oh, server's down? Let's throw fucking all gold items at them. Oh, another server's down? Okay, shotgun snipers. Here we go. They were just throwing LTMs left and right. Then they got complacent because they started actually doing their job.
Yep.
Okay? And so now we're at a weird crossroads here where it's like, wow, this is everything we've ever wanted. The game works. But hold on a second. I kind of miss those bullshit LTMs they would just throw at us when things were starting to go wrong.
When things were shitty.
Yeah, I am really starting to miss those. So, boys, discussion topic of the week. Let's go in with one LTM we would like to see them bring back. Maybe one that you enjoyed from the past, and also one that you have created on your own that you think would be very interesting and fun to the game. It could be an LTM, or even, I will even go as far as saying this, an arena-style game mode where it's a whole new playlist all by itself. Whatever you want it to be, boys, let's get into it.
So, the one that I really want them to bring back is Armed and Dangerous with shotgun snipers.
That was so fun.
I
dude.
fucking love that game mode so much.
Especially on Kings Canyon, because that was the last time I
Dude,
remember it being
yes.
back was on Kings Canyon. It felt, because Kings Canyon is a weird map, but I think it plays perfectly for Armed and Dangerous.
It's so good though, yeah, for Armed and Dangerous. Like when
The
you don't have
buildings.
automatics, like R301's just melting you across the map. Like that is fucking awesome.
It really is a different. Kings Canyon has a different feel to it when you've got Armed and Dangerous going.
Yes.
I 100% agree with you, Brian.
I'd like to see a slightly different version of like a Flashpoint mixed with Mirage Voyage.
You loved Flashpoint.
I loved Flashpoint.
I hate that fucking thing. The Flashpoint
Flashpoint was
sucked.
great, dude. The passive regen was awesome.
I will say this about Flashpoint. What I loved about it was when you got a good game of Flashpoint, meaning like everything kind of fell into place for you.
Oh, it felt
it
so
was
good.
so good. Dude, I had some of the craziest battles in there because it was basically like a Halo game style where it's like as long as you don't let yourself get too low and you keep
You can
yourself at
come
a certain
back.
level, you can keep coming back.
So
that was fun.
I want to see that with a like 4-team deathmatch in Skulltown with a Flashpoint.
Is this your
But-
LTM that you're making on your own?
That's the LTM. Oh, we're just talking about coming back.
Yeah. Well, if that's the one you want to
That's
make,
the one I want to make.
okay, let's talk about that then.
Listen, dude, I want a Flashpoint in Skulltown. I want minimum 3 teams. I'd like to see 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I want it to be a round-based system, kind of like the
Arenas.
train is.
Or
No,
the
like
train.
the train, yeah.
Okay.
Where there's an objective. You want to capture the objective or kill everybody on the other team. And I want like 3 to 4 teams on it. And with that passive regen, I think that would be a huge part to it, especially with the high and low ground. I think it'd be a fucking blast.
I think what Winter Express has made me realize is like
How
games are not utilizing 3-team deathmatch.
No.
Like it is
No.
such a fun dynamic to
Dude,
have 3 different teams.
Yeah, it's amazing because everything's a third party. But in this version, I would like there to be guns. Like you start out P2020 Mozam every round.
Mm-hmm.
And you can find guns on the ground or on walls like you would in the BR.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of just pick up the base gun and have to go at it.
I would also like to point out too that Skulltown was an amazing arena map.
Oh, it's-
one of
dude.
my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I wish they did not take that away.
And if you're not going to bring if you're not going to bring Skulltown back in any capacity, you might as well do something with it because it's like a fan favorite
It's
area.
a fan favorite map.
How how they can't use Skulltown because Kings Canyon's not in the game?
How the fuck can they?
Can they just make it again? And
How the fuck can they not
How
do
come
that when they
the
have Winter
train-
Express come back and we don't have an issue with World's Edge?
and it's the old version of World's
Exactly.
Edge too.
And
That's what I
we're
mean.
actually playing World's Edge in fucking in comp right
They can
now.
load both. They just don't do it.
Somebody needs to explain that shit to me. We need to get on the phone with somebody because like Skulltown needs to be in this game at some capacity. You've shown that you can put arenas in there. Not only can you put arenas in there, you've got Winter Express arenas, ranked and casual, all in the game, and ranked arenas all in the game right now. You're telling me you can't fucking.
They say no because the maps are different, but you can upload brand new maps with no issue, and you can bring back old maps while the current maps are still in rotation in play. Why can you not do that for Kings Canyon?
Either way, though, I do love that game mode
That's
because
cool.
like I said, the 3-team or 4-team deathmatch aspect is so fun. It's just like it's like so different from the typical.
It just adds in that third party consistently. It's not the head to head. You can play off the other team. It's great.
Definitely.
The passive regen gets rid of the issue that Arenas has with the poke wars because you can always come back from it, which I enjoy that. And then the objective forces teams to get out of position and actually make plays rather than just sit back and try to get a knock.
Yeah, Brian, your game mode that you would like to see just come back that has already been in the game. LTM.
Just already in the game?
Yeah.
Bro, I loved Gold Rush.
Gold Rush was
Bring
fun.
back
Rush
the
was fun
Gold
as
Rush.
fuck.
Because
Gold Rush
Gold
was
Rush back
fun.
then
All
had
gold
all the...
weapons.
That's sick.
It basically now would be Heirloom Rush.
Cool.
Any heirloom and gold weapons thrown together. Because the Kraber used to be in it, like all kinds of shit. You could pick up a Kraber off the ground and
That's
you're just
crazy.
fucking people up.
Yeah, for real.
Just imagine running around in Cap City with alternators and... Well, what's the other gun in the box right now?
So we've got alternators, Krabers,
Yeah.
G7s. Oh, G7s
Spitfire.
would be nuts. And Spitfire.
So, dude, imagine this. You're running around Cap City, and Cap City's slightly more open. So you have an alternator and a G7, and you are fucking up literally every team that comes by you. And all of a sudden, you just get Krabered by like 5 fucking teams.
Yeah, just one bullet. Like 5 bullets come at the same spot.
Yeah, and it's like you have no chance of making it out of that.
No.
You're just fucked.
That
No,
is
that'd be
insane.
fun.
And then you get in the long range Kraber wars.
So this was the game mode that I thought of that I thought would be super interesting. It could be an LTM or it could be, I think this could be a mode if they really wanted to do it. And I think it's so different from the first-person shooter type game styles and like the different game modes that they play, even as far as Halo goes, because Halo goes pretty far, I think this one would be badass. I call it NASCAR, and it's basically just tridents with a very Mario Kart style game mode, but you're driving tridents with your full team. You got 3 people in the car, and you're doing different things. Now, I haven't worked out all the kinks because I want all 3 people on the team to be able to do something in the trident. But I want like power-ups that are like related to Apex that you can get. Maybe like you drive, like Mario Kart, you drive through and you get like the question mark and it gives you a thing. Maybe you get a frag, you toss it to try and get somebody off their line of like driving or something like that.
What if you hit a power-up and it gives you a Sheila and the other ones give you like, if you have a Gibby, you get a Gibby bubble and stuff like that to protect yourself. Or like,
so
you could actually do that crazy shit.
What I was thinking was, so one of the teammates is like, so you know how in Mario Kart you can like drop the things behind you? Mm-hmm. So one guy's like the drop the thing behind you guy, and the other guy's like the shooter in the front. So then you can like drop shit behind you like a grenade or something.
And the driver has to drive over the ammo boxes and shit to be able to get the people equipment and everything. That'd be great. I think that would be actually really cool. And it'd be so contingent on your driver.
Yeah, and you already have like, so then what comes into play is you got to use your boost correctly, and you got to use them at the right time, so that already adds a nuance. Then you got the power-ups, which I think would add a nuance. The only thing I need to work out is how the other 2 teammates do things. The one idea I thought of, but it's not very good, is once you hit a certain checkpoint, like one of your teammates has to get off and fight somebody else who's already in the checkpoint. And I was thinking like the checkpoint is a POI on a map or maybe even Arena's map. And it's like a 1v1. Whoever wins gets to move on. The other squad comes in from behind. Then you keep going. I thought that would be interesting, but it'd be very hard to like actually work out.
Yeah, that'd be tough
it would be tough to work out. But I just want to find like an aspect where all the teammates can do something.
That'd be very cool.
What if it's like that Olympic thing where like they're skiing and then they have to stop and shoot something and then they have to get back in?
How's this sound? You get to your checkpoint. The checkpoint is a closed off area, and you have to kill a full team in your checkpoint. If you get there first, you get red armor. If you get there second, purple, third, blue, and fourth, white.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that could be like a 4-team deathmatch.
That's what I mean. You get 4 teams in there, and then you roll up on a POI. If you're last in there, you came in last. You might be able to fourth party that real easy.
Yeah.
But you also might face someone with full fucking red armor.
That's true.
Even if you just stuck to just the vehicles and you didn't add any like checkpoint shit in or anything crazy like that, I just think it'd be so much fun and it would be such a change of pace because you're so serious all the time when you're playing the BR, and then even if you're not playing ranked and you're just playing casual, it still goes to your stats. So if you're a stats guy, you want to keep going and get your stats up. Arenas is arenas, and we've already talked about how Winter Express blows arenas out of the water, and when it goes
Winter
away,
Express is so good,
dude. It's so much better.
Did they have it?
It's better
right now.
It's better right now.
I don't
so
have a
much better.
so my PlayStation got stolen, so I don't have.
Shit.
They cut my box open and stole it.
That's
so
fucked.
yeah, so not only did my shit come 10 weeks late, but they stole my PlayStation.
That's
so
fucking whack.
I haven't been able to play, but I didn't know if that is by far my favorite game mode.
Dude, it is so
Yeah.
good right now.
Just literally just come by and fucking play it.
I should. I
Literally
will.
just
I
come by
love
and play.
it.
It's so fucking fun right now. But so I mean, we've already said that Winter Express blows Arena out of the water, and it's going to go away. So then we're going to be stuck with arenas again, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's not Winter Express. Having something different, having something out of the blue that kind of has like some fun aspects to it, I really do think if they were to, and it's weird to think that a BR would do this, especially an FPS BR, if they were to do something like this, being one of the juggernauts and have like a fun game mode like this, dude,
I think it would change the entire gaming scene.
Dude, it would change the landscape.
I love these ideas. I had an idea that might in reality end up sucking, but I've been able to play the new Halo at my friend's house a little bit, and they don't call it SWAT anymore, but they have SWAT mode.
Yeah.
And it got me thinking, what if we had a game mode called Double Stuffed Magnums? But instead of Magnums, it was Wingmans, where you had 2 Wingmans, unlimited ammo, only headshots did damage, but it was always a one-shot kill. But every map was double. I mean, I wish they had the servers to do this, but every map was double filled, and you could only play solos.
That would be insane.
So everybody drops. It's a double stuffed map.
So
You're
120.
120 people.
120
on
people.
Kings Canyon.
Everybody
headshot
starts
only.
with 2 wingmen.
Headshot only wingmans. 120 people on Kings Canyon.
Yeah.
I'm fucking in.
Would that
so
not be
awesome.
sick? That would be so
That would be
Ima-
so sick.
That win would be the most exhilarating feeling in the world.
Dude, that would be insane.
That would be the most exhilarating thing you could get in Apex right now.
You'd have to be like a wingman god, bro. That would be insane.
I know.
It would
Or
be
to
so
get really
like
good at camping.
in the beginning.
Yeah.
It would be so chaotic, but then towards the end, when there's like 30
So
people
strategic.
left, oh my god, man, it would be.
Imagine the hard work to get to like the top 3 and then just one
Bro,
shot.
What if they just called it like Skull Piercer King?
Dude, even if they just did like Skulltown on that would bring the name Skulltown into like full
that's
fruition.
so, dude.
Or
That's
you
so
did
real.
Skull
That's
Town,
perfect.
Thunderdome.
Yeah, you could just call it Skulltown, and it's literally just one shot, headshot kills, and then maybe there's like 12 people on that little.
This
portion.
makes me want to go play One in the Chamber.
Dude, I
that's
know.
what it would be
yeah.
like, except it's more like
a
you
little
have
bit
to.
more
headshot
skill.
only.
Yeah, because you got to hit that headshot. I love that.
I love that.
Wouldn't that be fun? I
That
think
would
that's
be
so
fun as fuck.
So fun.
So this game mode that I came up with is I was listening to Nick Merckx today, and I was watching him, and he was talking about back in the day, me and my brother used to play a shitload of Gears of War, and he kind of like, you know how sometimes like people say something and it like brings back like a memory blip that you like forgot about.
Yeah.
He talked about there was a game mode where you could play 2v, 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 2v2. So there's 5 teams of 2. And so I was like, what if we had a 5 team of 2 and it was like capture the fucking hill? And you just fucking, it's 5 teams
Bro,
and they
is-
try to cap the center point. And
Kyle,
it's like,
I want you to know that's literally what I want, but I want passive regen in the shield.
it would be fucking chaotic, but
It
it, would
needs to be passive
It
regen.
would be so much fun though, because it would be like you're like fighting 4 other teams, and you've got to get this objective, and like somebody's on it and shit.
It's either going to be passive regen or fast heals like it is in.
Fast heals would actually be legit.
Fast heals would be nice. I would like the passive regen just so you could force a team off your fucking back.
Passive regen on health only. And then shields is.
So everybody has
fast
Octane's passive. But
I would
you
like it
get-
the other way. Well, Octane and Watson would have a boost on them.
That's true.
You know, so
But
like
Watson's trash anyways.
it's not on the train. Train, she's fucking great.
You should get her heirloom.
Yeah, you should
I'm
get
not
her
getting a
heirloom
fucking
since you think
heirloom.
it's
Why
since
not?
you
She
think
doesn't have
she's
a
so
fucking
good.
heirloom. That's why.
Why
Since you
not?
think she's so good, you should get her heirloom.
She doesn't
I'm
have
just
a fucking
saying.
heirloom. She doesn't have a fucking heirloom.
I'm sorry I
That's
brought
a
it up.
good heirloom out there.
I'm sorry you brought it up too.
The one LTM I would like to bring back from the past. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know what I'm going to say here. You guys got a guess?
Third person.
Yep, it's third person mode. Third person mode was one of the greatest modes that's ever graced this video game. It was so far ahead of its time that I couldn't even believe that it came out at the time that it did, when literally everything was falling apart. Like, the entire company was on the verge of explosion, and they're like, we're going to throw this random mode out there, and it was awesome. Third person mode was one of my favorite things that I've ever done, ever. It reminded me of my old Uncharted 3 days,
Yes.
and Uncharted 3... besides Apex, is probably the greatest game I've ever played. Like, Uncharted 3 multiplayer brought me gaming life. I didn't realize what online gaming could be. Before Uncharted 3, I was playing sports video games all day. That's the only thing I played. I didn't play anything else. I remember when these guys bought Skyrim on Black Friday, I was like, what a bunch of nerds. Then I play Uncharted 3. I go online. I am hooked. I'm addicted. And then giving Apex, my current favorite game of all time, that same feel where you've got the guns. It had the same, like Uncharted 3 was the same thing. No fall damage. You could climb, do whatever you wanted. It was movement based, and the TTK was super high. It took a long time to kill people.
Yeah.
Uncharted 3 was Apex before Apex.
100%.
The only thing different was the third person mode. Bring that game back.
Dude,
I would love that mode so fucking
dude, the
much.
rolls and everything too were so good. Like I came over like every weekend for the next like 8 weeks, and I was like,
We had our first shot of Tullamore Dew.
yeah, bro, first shot.
We both literally had to lay down for an hour because it hurt so bad.
It was, oh my god, it was fire.
terrible.
I actually like that whiskey now.
Well, we didn't.
I make
yes,
my Irish coffees with it.
that
now.
was
It's actually
what-
good shit. Like
No,
now that
it's
I'm older,
good.
I'm like, okay, that's actually good shit.
But Uncharted 3 was where they actually had 3-team deathmatch
Yeah.
as a mode. It was
The
2v2v2.
the best
And
game
it was incredible. And if Apex was able to pull that off with like a Brian Flair, what he said, mix that in, holy shit, with third person, that'd be incredible.
Even if we just got the train, because the train's technically like Winter Express is basically 3v3v3.
I would suck and
With
fuck
a moving-
for full
yeah.
Winter Express.
Honestly,
I
Winter
would suck and fuck.
Listen, who do I got to suck to get Winter Express year round?
I'm
Dude.
sucking and fucking for year-long Winter Express.
Fuck, I hope they do that. Dude, just change arenas. All you have to do to fix arenas.
You get a DM by a respawn employee.
Girls just want to have fun, man. Holy cow.
Bro, just
shit.
change arenas. Get rid of the fucking... Or add an extra team and put a fucking POI on it.
Troy, did you ever get to play any LTMs that stood out to you that you'd want to bring back?
Well, I mean, it's happening right now. The one that I had queued up was like, I like the train. I love the fucking train, dude. It's so fun.
There we go.
Winter
Okay.
Express. It's happening.
Winter
They
Express.
heard what I wanted.
Sucking and fucking.
Sucking
Sucking
dude.
and fucking to
Hung
bring
and
it back.
bung, dude. Sucking and fucking.
Year-round.
Any other LTMs that kind of stood out that maybe weren't number one, but it was very close to you guys?
This one's kind of an oddball one, but I always loved Dummy's Big Day. Even if it was the
Dummy's-
stupidest fucking thing.
It was
of all
honestly the
fucking
biggest
time.
testing for everything in Apex.
Yeah.
I would be cool with Dummy's Big Day if every year that they did it, it was like different abilities that were
Yes.
stupid that they were testing. It's like our dumb ideas. Whenever we bring our dumb ideas to like Grab My Bachelor or something, it's like we would never do that in real life, but in Grab My Bachelor, we just throw them out there because it's funny to us,
Yeah.
right? Like last year, they did the same thing as the year before. It would be so much better to look forward to Dummy's Big Day if every year they changed it and had some other stupid idea. Because you could tell in the first one that they were messing around with
playing-
Lifeline, they were messing around with Mirage, because they had to heal everybody in the area.
And then they had the stupid fucking one that was just like drop a bunch of random attachments and
Yeah.
shit out of the sky.
which would be like a Loba semi.
It
Like,
was-
you see-
It was.
just
I thought it was
something dumb.
replaced Lifeline's ult.
Oh, it could be. It could do
Yeah.
that too. But that was before Loba came out, I think.
I
And
think
they did
so,
that.
yeah.
So, yeah, I did like Dummy's Big Day too. I also like the fact that you're just a colorful like body.
Yeah.
You're not even a legend. Like, I do wish too that you could choose the abilities you got. That was the
that
other
would be
thing.
awesome too. But the fucking ability where you just you fucking finger gun and then a random attachment drops out of the sky. I was like, bro, this is dope.
Oh, shit. And you never knew which ult you got because sometimes you would use one and then the next time you used it, it was something different. And you're like, what the fuck?
You're hoping for the one that reses your teammates, just throws a
And then
bunch of
just get
attachments at
attachments.
people.
Like,
I got
okay,
ult,
guys, we're
Pop
fucked.
it. Fuck.
Shit.
All right, we're good?
Yeah. I think
All right,
so.
boys. Well, that should just about do it for the discussion topic of the week. We're going to head into the main topic of the show, talk a little bit about the Season 12 legend and what we think her abilities are going to be. We're going to take a quick ad, and we'll see you guys on the other side. All right, everybody. Here we are. We know who the Season 12 legend is, and we've known for a while. If you're unaware, it is Mad Maggie.
Spoiler
Rip.
alert.
Rip.
Fuck.
Rip.
Dude.
Fucking hell.
Rip.
Listen, dude, I might just mute her.
I might turn off all game sound. If you look at it from an outside perspective, if you look at it from a bird's eye point of view, you're looking at Fuse's counterpart. How often do we talk up Fuse on this fucking podcast?
All the time.
Way
We love
probably
Fuse.
too much.
We love Fuse, okay? You're talking about Fuse's best friend. If you would have asked us from like a far distance, hey, Fuse's best friend is going to be in this game, you'd be like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go. The only thing that really put a damper on Maggie was just how much she talked. Now, she could easily switch. She could flip roles,
Yeah.
right? Because we saw the same thing with Rampart, where when she first dropped for whatever reason, they gave her like 80% more airtime in the games, whereas
Same.
now it's still a lot, but it's not as much.
Same with
She's still
Horizon and
kind
all
of
that, like,
annoying.
And Horizon, when Horizon
Horizon, they
dropped.
did that. I don't think they did it with Seer. I think they backed off.
I think
with
they
Seer.
learned.
Yeah.
But like they were trying to like be like, hey, there's a new legend in the game. Force everybody to know, even though we have a massive photo of them on every page possible.
Exactly. So, if you looked at the comics from that season, Mad Maggie seemingly kills herself, but you should know that in video games, if you don't see the death happen, even sometimes if you do see the death happen, it doesn't mean that it's over, okay? We know Maggie's coming back, so that's why we are going to speculate on what Mad Maggie's abilities are. Passive, tactical, and ultimate. Boys, let's discuss. She's got to be some sort of explosive thing,
She's
right?
fucking nuts. Yeah, she's crazy.
She's got to have explosive things coming.
That fiery
coming around.
personality, geez, you gotta, yeah.
Yes. So you got to think that she's going to have some sort of explosive buffs or have some sort of explosive kit surrounding her. She's similar to Fuse. There's got to be a lot of tie-in with that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, in the way
to a level, yes.
what I'm thinking is you can easily say the past couple legends that they've come out with have come out overpowered, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
To a level, yeah.
Seer definitely.
They sent them out overpowered and they kind of dialed them back.
I wouldn't say Valk was overpowered.
No, Valk has always been
I actually
pretty...
feel Valk's.
I think she's
always
always
been
underbalanced.
I don't think Valk ever got a nerf. I don't think ever.
I don't think
but
so
she's
either.
just been really balanced. Like
Yeah.
she's viable based on the map, which is fine.
We'll say, but Seer though.
Seer, Horizon.
Seer
Yeah.
was nuts.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to go that way too because Ashe was kind of mild. You know, Ashe wasn't incredibly overpowered or anything like
She
that.
was strong.
She's like another Valk. You know,
Yeah.
she's good, but she's not like, oh my god, this is fucking insane. I think they like to do a shake up every once in a while and just put in a character that's just completely overpowered.
The question becomes, though, if she's going to be revolving around explosives, can
Bro,
they dance
yes.
that line?
Yes,
No.
they can.
Do you think they would, though? Because with Fuse, he was the
Bro.
exact same thing, and they brought him in underpowered. Now we know he's a very good legend.
Yes.
I
But-
think they take a different take on explosives. As far as it's not as much towards the explosive class as it is to that in-your-face, gritty, almost suicidal tendency with the legend. Like she is the full send legend to a max.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a few ideas for what fits into that kit.
Well, let's get into your kit first. That you
So
got.
first thing you have listed here is the passive,
Mhm.
Martyrdom.
Okay,
So she's in
Like
your
from COD?
like COD. When you get
that
knocked,
is such a good idea.
you get knocked. She drops a grenade on herself and the opponent like she did on Fuse.
Let me add something to your passive. She takes no damage from her own
Oh, no.
explosives.
No, she doesn't. But she also has an ability that I would consider her tactical, which is a Fortify-esque ability where she takes no stun. Not no damage, but no stun in specific.
Okay.
So no self-damage from... She can have two passives. That's fine. No self-damage from grenade. She has a martyrdom only if she has grenade in inventory. And then she has a fortify, so she can't be stunned. There's a lot of stuns in this meta. Bullet stun to fucking anything. Doesn't matter.
Okay, what's your
Yeah, punch.
tactical?
That would be your tactical. Would be maybe a 10-15 second fortify.
Okay.
Where she-
Like a Orisa Fortify type thing.
Similar to that.
Yeah.
Similar to that. Doesn't reduce the damage, just the stun.
Okay.
Okay.
And her ultimate would be a rage. Berserker style, turns red, increased movement speed, increased
So Bloodhound.
increased SMG reload speed. No visual effects. She just gets faster and reloads an SMG, short, close, tight quarter guns, where she drops martyrdoms up close. She is a full send to the max. No stuns coming through. She runs through a Watson fence with no issue. No stun from Costa Gas. She is a tank wall buster.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
She's
no
a
stuns
buster.
from Waston. No stuns from
She
fucking-
runs in.
Exactly, with Costa.
She's highly visible. She be loud. She's gonna go down, but she's gonna take two people down with her.
But would they put in something that simultaneously fucks up so many different strats at the same time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They basically didn't care about Watson until they're like, oh shit, we got to sell her heirloom.
Yeah.
So I think they might,
I think they do.
but the question is, do they
especially-
want to do that? You know?
I don't know.
They already sold the heirloom, so I mean
Yeah.
they might as well.
I don't think it's gonna sell much.
And they
anyway,
didn't
but,
sell
yeah.
much of it,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Uh,
I like that.
I think that'd be a really fun, even if it's not her. Although I do think it fits her personality. Very rash. Very just not think. Jump straight into things.
I do think the strongest part of that is the fortify mixed with the passive, where you don't hurt yourself with your own grenades. You throw grenades into a building, you run in with the fortify, and they're stuck in the corner next to your grenades
Yeah.
while you're shooting at them, and you're not going to take anything from your own
I think
grenade.
that's really strong. And would have to be the thing that needs the most balancing.
yeah.
I think that's very strong. That actually might switch with the tactical or with the ultimate, the rage, but I think the rage would also be just fucking nuts.
You could put the
You take the
grenade thing into the rage. Maybe.
That would be if the rage. If it was the rage that like had like all of it incorporated, you take no explosive damage. You get stunned by basically nothing, and like
Yeah.
that was what it was. I think that would. I mean,
That's actually a pretty
that's
good
that would
ultimate.
be
That's
the
a
ult.
busted ultimate.
That would be really good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like
It has no on
big-
its own offensive
You have
power,
to think
but-
what are the strongest guns up close in this game? They're all SMGs.
Yeah.
Flatline.
I mean, Flatline's good, but is it that much better? Close
R99,
range,
car SMG,
Prowler,
Prowler.
Most of
Alternator,
them, most of
when
them are
you get it. Volt.
SMGs.
Volt. Most of all the SMGs
Oh,
are
I forgot about
relevant.
the alternator.
If you throw a faster reload speed on it, faster reload speed essentially means a higher DPS over course of time.
Yeah.
That means
But
that
you-
you
that means
unload a
you-
clip, they unload a clip, you reload, you kill
faster.
them faster.
You kill them faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So essentially, what you're saying with the rage is, I have the highest DPS potential up close in the game. I think that's very, very dangerous. And then also saying you have no stun, and if I do go down, you're gonna have to deal with a fucking nade at your feet.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
can't
that'd be
loot
really
my
good.
box. You can't body swap. You can't do
Not
anything like that.
not immediately.
I think having the not immediate body swap
That's
thing
so
that
Really big.
fucks you.
That's so huge.
bad.
That'd be so fun to watch people coordinate that, where they're like, "All right, I'm hitting
dude.
it," and then everybody's
Hey.
chucking grenades as you're
Picture-
running in by yourself. That's so
Dude,
sick.
Well, picture it with a fucking Rev Octane.
yeah.
Or-
picture it with
yeah.
things like that where it's just shit.
It would actually work really good with a fuse because you're just chucking nades into the building
Right.
and she's
And
just
they-
full bore.
you-
that would
you
be
don't take
such a
any
cool.
stun.
It would make
You-
sense to their friends.
You sprint through Bangalore ults and you take damage from them, but you don't get stunned.
That'd be sick. That'd be so sick.
I think it fits really well.
Yeah.
All right, I'll do mine. You do bring up a good point, and my list doesn't go off of this, but now that I'm thinking about it, it would make sense because we have, I think, 2 full sets of legends who absolutely despise each other, and they're kind of opposite of each other.
Yeah.
You've got Loba Revenant, and then you've got Ash and Horizon,
Yeah.
right? I wouldn't say they're complete opposites, but they definitely they're a little bit counter. Of
They don't
each other.
tailor to each other.
They don't tailor to each other at all. So it would make sense for Mad Maggie to be non-explosive, like Brian was saying, but be able to handle explosive.
Yeah.
Right? So that makes sense. I do like that idea. Mine is not that, but I do like that. So I'm going to start off with my passive. I didn't put much thought into the passive, but I did think that explosive damage reduction all around the table. I have a bad feeling that they're going to release the EPG into this game with her. So that is a thing. I also think that the EPG could be her ultimate, which I put down as the ultimate. The EPG, if you don't know, was a rocket launcher from Titanfall 2. I think it was one of the only crazy explosive things. I didn't play a whole lot of Titanfall 2, but I had that down as her ultimate. So with the passive, with the explosive damage reduction, you're willing to take a little bit more extra damage from yourself to be able to get damage on other teams or push in on other things that normally you wouldn't do because of explosives. I think she'd be able to do that. The tactical I had, I don't have an idea for it, and I really went with lore here. She was the last one to get their golden grenade, right?
True.
Is that not true?
That's very true.
Or did it blow up?
It blew up.
She
That's
blew,
how
she
she
blew
lost
it up
arm.
on Fuse.
She blew it up on Fuse, but a replica of that, it's already in the lore, it's already in the story. Maybe it's like a grenade. I don't know if you... I keep bringing up Uncharted 3. Remember there was an ult in Uncharted 3 where it was
cluster bomb?
cluster bomb, right? That would be interesting.
A cluster
Fuse
bomb?
already have that as a tactical?
No. Well,
It's a knuckle cluster, but it's...
it's small range. A cluster bomb was like an entire fucking room is filled with grenades when you chuck this
it could
thing.
easily be a zoning tool, but if you're caught in it, it could fuck your shit.
Yes.
It could really fuck your shit. Cause a bad day.
Yes. So that's
all I
that's
had.
the ultimate?
No, that would be the tactical with the
Oh.
ultimate being the EPG.
That would be a bad
Golden
fucking
grenade
day.
mixed with the EPG.
That's interesting.
Now, I will say this, though. Like I said before, the EPG I do think might just become a weapon on its own. But the ultimate is hard for me to think of here. With really nothing to go on other than the explosives in the story. I did really like Brian's, though, with the berserk ability.
I was just trying to think. She's fucking just a hothead.
Yeah, she is a hothead.
She's a hothead. What's
She
a
loses
hothead
her
do?
cool.
Yeah.
They don't think. They just go head in.
And Fuse is the complete opposite of that, where he's just like,
He's never
I'm gonna
hot.
fuck stuff, drink beers, and relax.
Yeah.
That's what Fuse is. She's like, I'm mad at you for nothing.
I'm getting wild.
Yeah.
So I changed the passive. before Brian said anything, actually, but I thought about it, and I was like, wow, this should actually be a better one. Because the original passive that I had was gets double crafting points, which is dog shit.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
What?
This dog. So I changed
Bro,
that.
you're saying I get extra crafting materials?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I can
Fuck
overload.
yeah, bro.
Damn, dude.
I can get more shield bats than I can even carry. That's
Fuck
great.
this Wraith character. I want this one.
Just mad as fuck, just like making a backpack. Like,
Fuck, now I gotta make 2 backpacks.
So I threw that out. I was thinking for her passive, she would have some type of rage mechanic where if she like lost all her shield or something, she like got enraged for like a certain amount of time.
Oh, so maybe she gets like 2 bars for like 10 seconds. Or something.
Yeah. So, or like she takes less damage and like for like a certain amount of time or something, or
Okay.
does more damage while she's in rage mode.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool. So her passive would be some type of rage mechanic like that. I think that would be sick. And they come from a place that is known for explosives and weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that for her tactical, even though this would probably be terrible for the game, she would get a flash grenade or a stun.
Okay.
And
I
then
would fucking hate that.
That would suck so much.
I remember when we thought Fuse's grenade was going to be a stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, just a stun grenade just fucks you, and you're like, dude, this sucks so much. I feel like a flash is less bad than a stun, but it still sucks.
I would hate both.
Yeah.
what if
I
it
would
was
hate
a? This is not going to happen. But what if it was an What if the ult was an unblockable stun grenade that she does like a suicide bomb, where if you're anywhere within eyeshot, even if you're turned the opposite direction, you get hit by it. You can't see anything on your screen. The cost of that is that she fucking dies.
So she just immediately goes down.
Exactly.
And her teammates have to wipe it up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the Marty Flash.
Yeah. So, and her ultimate, I don't tell me why I thought this was a good idea, but it's a rail gun. Do you know what a rail gun is?
Yeah.
But she's not.
I don't. Yeah.
That would
I feel
definitely
like
make
that'd
up
be-
for the double crafting materials.
Yeah. Listen, bro. That's
So a rail gun, but it's like you only get one. You get one shot, okay, and you can shoot it through a fucking wall, and it's like a Kraber that you can shoot through the wall.
Okay.
If you shoot them in the head, they go down. If you shoot them in the body, it just is 145.
Kyle. You made a legend that I would have more rage quits from than anything else.
Yeah,
You
dude,
made a legend.
Imagine
that
you're
flashes
hiding
you.
in a wall, and then you're just like, doom,
Dude,
dead.
you made a legend that's flashing you and can shoot you from behind cover
Yes.
and instant kill you. Are they going to call her Mad Maggie or Maggie on the character?
They might even change her name to something else. They might change it to like something.
Maggie Reborn.
Or, they might not even use Maggie though. They might use something stupid
The
like
Mags.
the Covenant, like some stupid video game name
Yeah.
or some shit like that.
Damn.
It'd actually be funny if they just named her Maggie. They cared so little that like we're not even gonna give her a cool name. Like her name's just Maggie.
Instead
Call
of
her the Mag and have her be shark themed.
the Mag. Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know. Like this is strictly because this was the Fuse season where Kings Canyon came back. But every time I see Mad Maggie in my head, I just think of the shitty Kings Canyon that Brian
Dude.
likes.
It's a great Kings Canyon.
No, it's not.
It's a great Kings
No,
Canyon.
it's not.
It is.
It is not.
You just
so
got
bad.
bad taste because all you could hear were the heat shields, but it's a good map.
No, all I could hear was
Terrible.
fucking Maggie just ripping my ear off with her stupid voice.
And
the
when
whole
she
time.
wasn't ripping my ear off, the fucking the
Storm heat
storm
shields.
fucking sound was in the background, fucking ripping my ears again.
Troy, did you have anything?
Nah,
I figured I'd
I mean,
ask
I'm
you.
just fucking around. I liked my favorite like conceptualization of it was definitely Brian's.
Yeah.
Of the three of you.
That'd be interesting.
That sounds cool.
I also think Brian's would be so overpowered that people might quit the game in like a week, but it would be fun for that
It'd
week.
be
I think
really
it'd
fun.
be overpowered, but it wouldn't be unbalanceable.
It's gotta be
like
something
everything.
You
like
could
that.
balance it.
The
but-
You could
timing, the
balance
cooldowns,
Imagine-
Yeah.
everything like that is all.
If you make something short enough, it's going to be useless.
You're a
Well,
full
not even that.
I
team
know.
just chilling in a building. Next
Dude,
thing
well,
you know, there's
not
like
even that.
9
Like, if
grenades
you-
coming in.
Instead of 100% stun reduction, what if you took it to like 50% stun reduction?
Yeah.
It's like
Like
facing
stuff
a
like that.
Junkrat, but you can't respawn. Like you're just dead.
Anything, it has to be something that's like cohesive with Fuse though. Like I feel like it has to play off of Fuse's grenade shit.
Yeah.
It has to some level.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
no
it has
way.
to tie in.
Yeah, it has to do
'Cause
that.
they were best friends for
the
years.
things-
before
the
they
things
hated
that
each
her
Right.
kit has to do. It has to play off of the explosives of Salvo and Fuse and all that. and it's got to play into her personality.
Mm-hmm.
There's two things that they have to abide by, so you have to look at who she is and who
Yeah. It's
fuses.
going to be explosive and it's going to annoy you.
All right, we're going to hit a quick ad, and on the other side, we're going to be on Grab My Bachelor. Love. The universal language. For some, love comes easy,
Could she be the one?
but for others, love doesn't come easy.
Sometimes I don't think I'll ever find love.
Follow us as we take one man through his journey
I just want to find the one.
to find eternal and everlasting love.
I'm just tired of being in this bed alone.
There will be some highs
I like long walks on the beach.
and some lows,
Oh, I got a text. It's not from her, though.
but in the end, we hope to find love.
I just want a girl that completes me.
Welcome to Grab My Bachelor. All right, we are back for another edition of Grab My Bachelor. Before we get too deep, Kyle, let's get a quick update.
How deep are we getting?
I mean,
Not very, huh?
At
Not
least,
a
at
whole
least
lot.
2 inches.
That would be all
probably a
the way.
little bit more than that.
That would be all the way.
That
in,
would be
Brian.
the whole way.
Putting the whole thing in at that point. I'm kind of good, coming to terms with things, going well.
Now
Coming
we
to terms with what?
Now we had a situation last week
Yes.
where we had to talk some things through. Now me, Kyle, and our boy Chris, we went to the bar and we saw some good old friends that we had met at a party before, where Kyle was almost the beer pong king. He got second place.
Yes, sir.
It's okay, but there was a girl there. She had her friend. We brought him over to the table. I brought Kyle and Chris over to the table, and they had a good time. Credit to Kyle. I said, go over there and say hi to that girl that we've talked to before. He did it. He invited us back to the table. We got to go talk to the ladies. We made a critical mistake.
Oh, no.
I told Kyle to get her number.
Okay.
He gave his number to her.
Can't do that.
And at the end of the night, she said, we'll do this next Thursday. She
I
never
showed up on
texted.
Thursday and she never came.
Kyle went last Thursday. I was watching the little one, so I couldn't meet him till later. I texted him right when she was asleep. I said, hey, I'm ready to go. He's like, she never came, and I'm sad. I'm about to head home,
I get
which
that.
is totally
I
understandable.
get that.
That's fair. I get
So, listen, we learned our lesson.
Mm-hmm. Now,
You
hold
got to
on.
get the number.
Wait, okay. I would like to interject something here.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think that that's how I would usually play it. I would want to get the number for sure rather than give the number. But with that being said, something that I've been learning is if they want it, they want it. You know what I mean? Like, if you had given her your number and she wanted it, it wouldn't have mattered that you gave it.
Then she would have still texted me anyways.
I don't think it's really that critical. Do you?
No, I'm not. It's not a critical thing. It's more of just like a small little nuance thing, because I do think that women want to have that text message come to them, right? Like, we ask them out, we take them out, we do the things at least at first, right? Later on, it's all a toss up. You can do whatever, at least in my experience. But I think early on, they want to get that they want to get that DM, they want to get that text. I'm generalizing here. I would say most would
Right.
like that. I
Right.
think everybody would like
Exactly,
that. I
yeah.
think all men would like that too. But unfortunately, we're tasked with that. I wouldn't even say unfortunately. Sometimes we got to go out of our way to
It's
get what
kind
we
of like-
want.
yeah.
You know? So I think that I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, and for you to give out the number. I'm just saying in the future, like maybe this is where it gets dicey, right? Maybe you talk to her that first night. She's not interested at first, and then you go out of your way. You get her number. You text her to say, "Hey, you doing anything tonight?" Maybe she's like, "Done all my chores, did all my homework, did all my work. I guess so. I guess I'll go out." He was nice. He was a nice guy. You go out. Then she's like, "There was a level to this guy that I didn't see before," and then you go from there. That happens a lot more often than you would think. So you never know. But this isn't an L. It's just a lesson.
I think it's a dub. You
It's
went
a
out. You
dub.
went up and did that.
That was the dub.
That
was
was-
him doing it because
We're
he did
making-
not want to do it at first.
We're making tweaks, but that's a dub still.
That was a dub.
That's a dub.
It felt like a dub, and then I was really down about it on Thursday. But after I talked with Wyatt and a few other people about it, I was like, you know what? It's all right. Like, I was really pissed about it that night. I was so mad.
mad?
It
I
made
was
it worse
fuming.
that me and Chris were
You're
like
mad
tied up with
that
shit.
Thursday.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
so that Thursday they didn't come. She never messaged me or texted me or anything. And then Wyatt got wrapped up in some, and Chris got wrapped up in some. So neither of them showed up. So I was literally sitting at the bar by myself for a
Yeah.
while.
That sucks, man.
So then I came home and I was fuming, pissed, and I was like, I text Wyatt and I was really mad, and he was like, dude, don't worry about it, like it'll be fine. And then after like talking to him for a little bit and then consulting some other people, I was like, you know what? Yeah, it's fine. Like, who cares, man?
Dubski. So that was a dub. But let's get into the real topic of Grab My Bachelor. Brian came up with this one, and I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. Where is the line between stalking and trying to learn more about somebody that you might be interested in? Because
Crushing.
a lot of guys, stalking and crushing, right? A lot of guys like kind of dance with this line like, no, I'm not going to add her on Instagram. No, I'm not
Yeah.
going to do this. No, I'm not going to do that. So the question is, when is it too far, and when are you at a safe distance from somebody that you don't know that you might be interested in?
I want to know, like, regardless of whether they know it's happening or not, do you guys think that there is a hard line, or do you think it's kind of like there's a middle where it's like a gray area?
No,
Is there a hard line somewhere?
So do you like, question, is it like, do you feel weird if like somebody that you don't really know like goes on your page and then like randomly likes a photo of yours? Like, does that make you feel weird?
No,
No.
I feel badass. I'm like,
really?
I made enough of an impression for them to pull out their cellular phone, go through apps. They probably had to search through a lot of different areas to find me.
Right.
Found me, found a photo of me looking flame, and they liked that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel the same way.
Especially since my photos are like from 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I look good back then.
Well, Brian,
All 4 of them.
Brian, you've been basically wearing jeans, flip-flops, and a white T-shirt for 4 straight years. so
Hey,
it's
hey,
really
I'm,
not.
I'm wearing gray today.
Never goes out of style.
You did wear a black shirt to a Michael Bublé concert.
was gray.
Gray shirt to a Michael Bublé concert.
Tan flip flops.
And tan flip-flops to a Michael Bublé concert.
My jeans that were slightly frayed at the bottom.
Jeans that were slightly frayed at the bottom.
To me,
That
walking
sounds like a
around
night
house.
that ended with sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Let's go, baby. So
W.
I do think there is a hard line, and I kind of like, it's weird to say, but I think when it exits the social media world and it goes more into like the physical world is where I think the line starts to get drawn, unless that connection was like made from like their job or something already. Gray area. It's like a little gray.
That is bad.
Are you going? Are you going there and you asking about her, or are you just like, oh, she works at Buffalo Wild Wings? I'm just gonna go to Buffalo Wild Wings and see what happens.
So food service I think is okay.
I mean,
What?
Retail, no.
Okay, we're getting some sounds coming from this side of the table.
hold on,
I
time-
think that's totally fine.
No.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
listen.
do.
Say she works at fucking Starbucks. Who gives a shit? If you go to Starbucks, like, and you're going there just to specifically go talk to her, and like you don't give a fuck about Starbucks.
You're not even
okay?
trying to get your grande flat white.
You're not
hot.
even trying to get a whatever the fuck he just said, and you're not even trying to get that. You're just going in there like just to specifically talk to her. You're like one of those stupid guys that go into your computer and fucking type shit that you're not even typing anything. You're just trying to stare at this girl, like, and trying to talk to her. Like, that is fucked. That is not good.
Actually, I don't
So
know what I'm
Why
saying.
is that fucked?
that's
No,
so
no,
here-
I know what I'm saying.
I get what he's saying. He's saying if you go from social media, from not knowing a person, you find someone that you think is attractive, and then you go find where they work, you show up at their work and try to talk to them there. Compared to if you just happen to go through the Starbucks drive-thru and you start talking to a cute girl in the Starbucks drive-thru or something,
And then you keep going
and then you
back.
keep going back.
This is
like,
what we
that's
call the
different.
Dutch Bros distinction.
Yeah, that is
that's it.
completely different.
This is that's a clause. It's
Or
the
the
Dutch
dri-
Bros
there's
clause.
there's a difference
Yeah.
between like you go and you actually meet a person in person and
Yeah.
you guys actually like are able to talk and like all that kind of stuff, compared to, hey, I saw a photo of you online one time, so I dug really hard to find your name, find where you work, show up on your shift, and find you.
Yeah.
That's a big
That's
difference.
pushing
Okay,
it.
I think that's pushing it. If someone puts publicly, right? Like, so either are you already friends with this person or you're not friends with them
You're not.
on social media?
You're not.
Okay, so you somehow have a connection with this person. You find their social media. They have on their public social media account where they work. That's their choice to put that on there.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you go there, right, I don't think it's appropriate to interrupt what they're doing. I don't think it's appropriate to make their work life harder. But if you go there trying to like have an opportunity to have a conversation with them, you do, and it goes poorly, don't go back. Don't keep doing that. But I don't think it's weird for you to be like, I want an opportunity to talk to this person.
I do want to throw out there, I do think repetition
Yeah.
is a huge
Repetition's
issue.
a huge part of it.
Huge part. If you get same thing, even if you just DM them,
Yeah.
like if you slide into the DMs on Instagram, on Twitter, wherever it is, and they don't reply to you, or they are trying to hard shut it down, don't keep pursuing.
Respect
Respect-
what people
Yeah,
ask for.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
And I think that right there is a huge difference between, I mean, stalking and crushing. I don't know if you'd actually deem it as stalking, but for the point of this conversation, stalking and crushing.
Especially if they shut you down
Oh,
like
yeah.
on social media and then
Yeah.
you show up at their work.
100%.
Oh, that's a whole that is
That
stalking.
is stalking.
I think it really all comes down to where you made initial contact with this person.
That's
like
a big part.
if you met them in person at their job, and then
If it's a normal place that you go to, that's fine. But if it's like you met this person at a tire shop for some reason
Yeah.
because you had a blown tire, don't blow your other tire
That's
to go
so
back
funny.
to do
Literally,
that.
you're just like stabbing your own.
yeah, like you don't do. Yeah, it'd be like,
These
yeah, I don't know what happened.
these
Because
street
you know what's gonna
dudes.
happen. One, they're
Yeah.
gonna think you have a crazy ex.
Yeah.
Two, no, you don't do that. Like it's situational.
Well, I'm thinking too, if you find them on, okay, so the distinction of social media is different too, because different social medias have different like barriers, right? Following somebody on Twitter is a lot different than being friends with somebody on Facebook, right? You can follow someone on Twitter, and even if their account isn't private, it's not the same thing as being friends with somebody on Facebook. It's more that you're subscribing to a service, as weird as that sounds, right? So it's a little different. If you add somebody on Facebook, they accept your friend request. That's, I think, a little bit more like personal, a little bit more intimate. Maybe I could be off base on this, but that's what I get. And I've been on social media for a while. People follow me on social media, like on Twitter, that I would never want like contact with.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
that's
also
real.
very out of the social media game. Like I don't do anything social
obviously
media
am
for the
too.
most part.
I think that there's like, I think that I don't want to say I retract what I said. I want to frame it slightly differently. I think if somebody puts on their social media where they work, it's near you and it's a service that you normally use. Let's say they work at Starbucks, right? You don't, and
Yeah,
you're like,
a lot
and
of
you're
people
like,
go to Starbucks.
yeah, and you're like, I'm gonna go in there and see if maybe I have an opportunity. I'm gonna obviously get a drink too, but I'm gonna go and see if I have an opportunity to strike up conversation. I do think at some level that is stalking, but it's harmless.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
harmless. I
Okay.
think it is stalking because you're finding where they're going, you're changing what you're doing to intentionally like be around them. I think it is. I think that degree of it is harmless. But let's say you strike up the conversation and it's clear that you're bothering them. You go back again. That's not harmless anymore. You know what I mean?
You're actually bothering them.
Then
now.
yeah, that's bad.
Then you're the weird guy that shows up all the time that she doesn't want to talk to, but she feels like she has to because you're a customer.
I'm telling you right now too, women do this to a level that is crazy. Like they know everything about you before you can even like have a full conversation with them. They don't act on any of it though. Rarely will they. Like,
So-
how many times have you been around women who are in an operation to find like a guy that they met at a party? I've been around that a few
Yes.
times. They're good at it. They're very good
Oh,
at
hell
it.
yeah.
But they don't do a single thing about it. They know their whole life. They're like, oh my God, he's a mechanic. I've always wanted to date a mechanic. But they won't go out of their way.
Look at his hands.
So like, well, well, it was nice when I knew him. That's it. It's over. That's pretty much what it is. So everybody
They
does
just
it
keep
to
driving their
a,
car to poles. They're like, it just, where do they come from?
It's just such a weird thing nowadays because I felt like I wasn't alive back then, but I feel like before it was so much easier to create and start up conversations and kind of carry them through. Whereas social media, it's it's made it easier, but it's also kind of made it harder at the same time, because now we have these conversations where it's like, am I doing too much? Because the information's out there, but all the information's out there. So I don't know what I'm doing, type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Like well, like you're the one who turned me on to like the social media game. Is like, you know, you met somebody at a party or something, and then you add them on social media. You know, like before you told me about that, I was like, I'm not gonna add her. Like, I met her one time. I'm not gonna add her on social media. That's fucking weird.
Let me give you my breakdown of what happened with my fiance right now. This is what happened, okay? So, knew my fiance for years before. Graduated high school, hadn't seen her in about 2 or 3 years. I have a friend who knows her. He's like, you want to go to the movies? I'm going to bring Caitlin. I say, okay, go to the movies. I don't follow her on any social media. We go to the movies, talk to her. I hit the follow button on the gram. Don't do anything. Okay? Go back to the movies with her and my friend a few months later. Send a DM when she posts a Post Malone song that I like. Say, great song. Little steps, okay? Then all of a sudden, I notice that the dude that she was dating isn't in the profile anymore. I start sending more DMs. She's responding to them all. I'm like, this is awesome. Go again to the movies with her and the friend, except this time, me and her are kind of hanging out more. Then it just kind of escalated from there. So it was like little things. Like I wasn't going out of my way completely to go to her work, to do this. I knew where she worked because she had it there. I knew what she was doing because she had it there. I like at all times, because on social media you have so much information about the people that you follow or are around. You know what they're doing. You know what's going on. And you have that information, so you know their life pretty much. It's so weird how social media is, but you got to do little things, and you can't go out with like the big weird thing, right?
So you're just taking small steps.
Yes.
Like
So-
why?
And if you get shut down on one of the steps, a lot of times it's don't continue to pursue
That-
when you're
exactly.
going to be
Yeah.
a hindrance to them.
God, be respectful.
When I see like a scene, when I was single, if I saw the scene thing, I was done. First of all, I was upset because that hurts. When you see the red at whatever time or scene, you're just like, oh, just like a shot to the heart.
Just a shot to the heart.
It
Yeah.
needs to continue to be a shot to the heart, because if it's not and you keep going after that,
Yeah,
there's an issue there.
I totally agree.
So the reason you click the follow button or the reason you send little DMs here and there is to keep yourself in the back of their head.
I'm just going to throw some things out there and just tell me one word: crushing or stalking.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
We're
here
gonna
we
see
go.
if we can get a consensus on all
Yeah.
of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking somebody up after a party on social media,
Crushing.
Crushing.
following said person.
Crushing.
Oh, like on the? I thought you meant like in person.
Let's make that distinction
Follow
right
that
now. Let's make the distinction.
Following that person on social media.
Okay,
Crushing.
crushing.
Okay.
Following that person in real life.
They were
Stalking.
so
Right,
fast to be like crushing. I was like, dude, what?
So, following their friends on social media.
Crushing.
Following their
Question
family on social media.
Stalking.
Stalking.
Stalking. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's a line between
There's the
there.
line.
There's
Is
the line.
Like, that's like
There's-
the thinly set veil that you don't want to cross.
Okay.
You feel it though.
You
Okay.
feel it.
You
can
feel it. I can feel that difference.
Question. You meet a friend at a party, and you also meet their sister. Wrong to follow both.
No,
Are they- wait,
you
no,
met them
what?
both. No, you met them both in
You met
person.
them both.
Smash both of those.
You met them
follow
both in
both.
Both
person.
of those follows.
Yeah.
Okay.
You smash both of those follows.
both of those.
You smash
Follows.
both of those follows.
at the same time. Why does
Sending-
that happen? Sorry.
Oh, I'm just asking.
I was going to say same thing. Still going.
All right, keep
Sending a DM.
Crushing.
Oh, that's crushing. Yeah.
Sending a DM with no replies.
Oh, like sending multiple?
Repeatedly sending
Oh
DMs.
yeah, that's
Stalking.
After
Okay.
the first,
well, it's pathetic.
after the first one, if you send one the first time they don't respond, you send a second one. That is pathetic.
Okay.
Sending a
Rip-
third one, that's harassment.
Yes.
Sending message or DMs messages to somebody and only receiving one word replies for an extended period of time.
They're responding, so
They're
that's
still
crushing.
responding, that's
Yeah.
Still crushing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crushing in a different sense.
Gotcha. Yeah, crushing your
Like
heart.
it just hurts.
Yeah.
Crushing himself.
Okay. Meeting somebody at a bar and buying them a drink.
Crushing.
Crushing. Buying them 7 drinks.
Crushing.
Are they drinking them?
Are they still talking to you after you're buying them?
Well, even if they're not, are they like thank you or
Are they
sorry.
As long as they're not saying no.
I don't want it?
As long as
Okay.
they're not saying no or I don't want it
and
or
you keep
trying to
sending them to the
disengage
table.
from you.
7's just a number I threw out there. It wasn't anything. 7's not important in it. It's
Okay.
just buying multiple drinks for somebody.
It's still
out of it.
crushing unless
As
they
long
said
as you're
no.
not being like, I bought you this drink, you need to come talk to me. then
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
crushing.
Buying the
That's an
entire
important point.
group
Yeah.
of friends drinks.
That's
if you're
crushing.
rich,
That's badass.
if you're rich and you can do that,
Fuck
that's a
fucking-
power play.
You're putting your ball back on the table.
Yeah.
At that
Okay.
point.
That's exactly right. Is that your sister?
Walking them,
That follow button.
walking them to the car.
Well, that's
from a
that's
bar.
that's
From a bar.
There's a veil there.
If they want it,
There's
then
a veil
that's
Just you gotta
fine.
fucking ask. You don't just like go with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there.
Hey, can I walk you to your car? No. Okay, I'm still walking you to your car. That's stalking. That's
okay.
also. I don't
That's
know.
why
That's
there's
something
the
else,
ve-
but it's wrong.
that's the
Yes.
veil right there
But
because
yeah.
that's
yeah.
the difference. It's the so a lot of the difference that has been happening is there one consent on their side,
yeah, yeah.
and 2 is there respect on your side,
Right.
And this goes for both male and female on both sides,
Of course.
So the other one is just gonna keep going down this line. You guys let me know
No,
where it
we're-
is.
Before you do, I want to just go real quick back to the drink thing. If you're a dude and you buy a girl a drink, understand, even if they take it, they don't owe you fucking anything.
That is
Not
They
a
don't fuck
single
you.
They don't
shit.
owe you a
Thing.
goddamn thing,
It's
and you
like
have no right
you
to be
chose-
a prissy bastard if they don't, give you their number or anything else.
It's like,
that's on you.
You chose to spend your money on somebody else. That is your choice. They said thank you, and then if that's it, that's it. You accept that that's it.
Right.
It's
Don't-
like
Plus, there's like a 90% chance you got a boyfriend waiting at home, and you're just buying her free drinks. So like,
That is very true.
it's like saying I love you to your toddler. When they're like 2 years old, a lot of times the toddler won't really say it back because they're in the terrible twos. You say it because you love the toddler. You're buying the gift knowing that you're not getting anything in return.
No.
You should do that. If you think you're going to get something in return.
You're buying a gift for the wrong reason.
Yeah,
that's
then
not-
you're
that's
doing
not
it
cool,
for
man.
you're
No,
doing
but
it
You're
for,
trying to
like-
get you're trying to get power over
that's
them.
a
Yeah.
That's
manipulative
fucked up.
move
Yeah,
rather
don't do
than
that.
like a I like you kind of thing. You know, you're throwing out. So like when you buy somebody a drink, it's not really like a social contract. It's like hoping to get a social contract. So you're like,
No, because
No,
that's
it's not even that.
where that's what I'm saying is if you're
There's no
hoping to get something
contract.
in return, then that's where you fucked up.
well, you're hoping that she talks to you. Aren't
But it
you?
No,
has nothing
well,
to do
but
with the
see-
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the drink is the conversation spark. If she's not wanting to have a conversation with you but takes the drink, that's not
That's
the
not
conversation's
anything.
still over.
Yeah.
You
It's
don't
like,
you don't proceed on it and you don't be a freaking
Well, of
pompous
course
douchebag.
not. But like, what I'm saying is like,
It's like giving to charity.
Yeah, you're trying to buy her a drink so that she talks to you. But if she doesn't talk to you, then she doesn't owe you shit.
Right.
No.
Yeah. The drink is like social lubricant.
Yeah, like you're trying to
yeah.
get her to talk to you, but
Yeah.
if she chooses
It's-
not to, then you can't
yeah,
be like,
it's the
well, I
icebreaker.
bought you a drink, you have to talk to me.
Yeah,
Like, you
that's
can't do
fucked
that.
No, it's
But
the
I've seen it
icebreaker.
happen. I've seen it happen
a
way
lot.
more than I wish I ever did.
That's-
It's fucking sad.
That's like the stupid male thing, dude. I can't even understand that shit.
I also think it's okay for there to be intention. I just don't think that it's okay for you to
Pressure.
ever feel like you're owed anything. Because like you can buy someone a drink hoping that it leads to a conversation that leads to you having chemistry that leads to a relationship.
Oh, I
That's
see what you're
fine.
saying.
That's fine. But if you buy the drink hoping like, oh, if she takes it, then I'm in because she owes me X, Y, or Z. That's where it gets fucked up. I think having an intention is like we almost always have an intention.
Like,
I
there's
think
just lot
buying a
of things.
drink
It's
also
very-
looks badass in like movies and TV shows, but then
In
you're
real
like,
life,
it's
it's
like
not.
Zac Efron's playing the dude, and you're like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm
Well, yeah,
not
you got to have
that.
like a six
He
pack.
could have
and-
said, "Can I spit in your mouth?" And she would have said yes. Like,
She'd be like, why'd you even ask? All right, you got more?
I was going to say going towards away from bar scene and now towards work and real life stuff. So you meet somebody at a supermarket.
okay,
Is it wrong the next time you see them at that supermarket to go up to them?
no.
No. Did you have a conversation or?
First time you just saw them. Second time you'd be going up with the intent of conversation.
Yeah, that maybe, but I don't even know what you'd say. So I guess it's
Nice
not.
But
potatoes.
have you been like going to this camping out at this super? Do they work at the supermarket?
Or are they
No,
just
no, they're a customer at the supermarket.
And you just happen to run into them on 2 different days?
It's a local market, like around the corner or something. You probably both frequently shop there.
There's a veil on this one. I think.
No. Well, that's the question is,
like-
can you walk up to anyone you think is attractive and try to start a conversation?
gotta have
Like, there's
balls,
nothing
but
wrong
yeah.
with
So-
that.
All right, scenario. Hot girl, Campbell's soup aisle, okay?
Okay.
I have no interest in Campbell's soup, but I see her there, and I walk up. She's looking at a Campbell's soup. I grab a Campbell's soup, and I look at it, and I go,
Junkie, huh?
You better buy that shit. Fuck.
Yeah.
and I go, man, I really like the chunky ones better than the regular ones.
That's not even weird at all.
And then she goes,
You're a fan of Donovan McNabb too?
I really like the tooth gap.
That's Michael Strahan.
Even I knew that one.
Okay, is that
Yeah.
wrong?
No.
No.
I say that's not wrong.
I think the like, hey, I think you're really pretty. I'd love to take you out. Like, would you be interested in that? That's worked for me a lot. It's literally so simple. And it's like, if they want it, it's once again, it goes back to what I told Kyle in the very beginning. And that's if they're interested, and you're not going to like, I don't know. I just think if you're straightforward.
There's no way to beat around it.
Yeah,
like
if you're going to be, if
interested
you're
or not.
straightforward about it, like, it's going to pan out.
As soon as they don't give you permission to proceed, you need to back off.
Always.
Like, that's what
that
it is.
respect thing, man.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
would-
big.
I would say that if you follow those two things, you're probably in a
You're
good
gonna be okay.
spot.
So as soon
to
as you're
move
not
forward.
crossing multiple boundaries, is what you're saying.
No, even one of the boundaries.
Okay.
And then the other thing is, obviously, if they don't want to carry out a conversation with you, leave them alone.
Leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Let them enjoy themselves. Fuck off. Go find some other shit to do.
Let me give you guys a situation that I think can work, and I think it is probably the best way to do it with what Brian just said, which is, like, leave them alone. Brian was here for this, Kyle was here for this, Troy was here for this. I used to work across the street from a Jersey Mike's. I saw a pretty girl that was in a Jersey Mike's. I went to Jersey Mike's every day. I went multiple times in a day sometimes, but I never did anything or said anything. I ordered my sandwich, and then I would leave. I never, like, made any advance at all.
You're not
You
asking
talked to
about
her,
her.
though.
No, so this is what happened, right? So I just keep getting my sandwich. Well, eventually, I would walk in. She'd be like, "You want the number 12?" And I'd say, "Yup." And I'd just, like, kind of laugh. And then she would say something like, "You come in here a lot. You must like." And then it went from there. So all I did was I saw a girl that I thought was pretty. I walked in. I ordered a sandwich every day, but I never said anything. My intention wasn't. I guess you can kind of
you
say
played
it was
the-
looking at the girl, but
You had a
I got
desire.
I had
But
a
you were- and
sandwich
you
that
were
I was
setting
gonna
the
get.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went. Eventually, like a relationship was formed, and then one day after work, I got my sandwich, and she gave me a brownie, and on the brownie, she wrote her number on it. So it was like I didn't. What Brian said was, don't put them in a situation they don't want to be in. All I did was get
No,
my sandwich. I
listen,
just kept going and getting.
If
my
you
sandwich.
have to go shopping at that grocery store, then when I say grocery store, I'm really just meaning if you have to go to that neutral ground and you're just consistently there and you guys just happen to get to know each other from being there, that's a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
But going there and forcibly putting yourselves in someone else's life,
Right.
Yeah.
Asking
that's
about,
it.
don't ask about it.
Inquiring and interjecting yourself into their lives beyond the scope of you,
Yeah. Right.
that's a different situation. That's
Right.
where I think that it switches from just crushing on somebody
Mm-hmm.
to passing that line and saying, okay, this is weird. This is getting closer to the you could become a stalker status if you continue this behavior.
100%.
I did the exact same move with the Denny's girl. This is my one patented move. I just go
Eat sandwiches.
I go to a place. There was actually a gas station girl for a while there too.
Jeez.
I went to go get gas.
B plays the long game.
Like
He's playing the long
I
game.
plant
Bro,
seeds and I
gas-
just wait for it to grow.
As long as I've known B, his phrase has been planting seeds.
I'm just planting
Planting
seeds.
seeds.
So what I would do was, so the gas station girl and the Jersey Mike's girl were at the same time. I never ended up like talking to the gas station girl because once again, I waited for her to like extend across. She never did. So then I never did. So I did what Brian was saying. I never interjected myself into anything. The Jersey Mike's girl built the bridge, right? So I was planting seeds. I would go get gas and maybe walk inside and get a Pepsi and just make myself known. But I was always getting the Pepsi. It didn't matter if It didn't matter. Nothing mattered. I was getting my Pepsi and I was getting my gas. And then I'd go to Jersey Mike's and I'd get my sandwich every single day.
The conversation is just an added bonus. You're going there for the product that is there.
Yeah.
You're going there for the actual use of the place because you need to use the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those things of like guys staging things so they can talk to women?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that that's bad though?
Well,
like,
I fucking went to Jersey Mike's every day for a year.
But you didn't stage anything.
The question is,
I staged liking their sandwiches.
if they're is there lying involved there? If there's anything that has deception or lying involved with it, I think it's always wrong.
So I watched this TikTok where this guy like drives by on like a moped and like almost runs this girl over, and he
Oh my
like
God.
this guy like saves this girl, and then as he's like hugging her, he hands the guy $20 that's on the moped.
That is fucking psychotic.
And then that guy drives away. I'm like, is that insane?
That's
the fact that he
fucked.
didn't hit the woman is actually insane, and there's like a very large margin of error in that plan and that thinking.
Yeah.
And they just got lucky that it worked.
Yes, that's a bad one, Kyle.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
Don't
bad.
do that.
Yeah.
That is bad. That is
But
potentially.
let-
That is potential. Fuck me, I can't talk. That is potentially hindering their
Okay,
livelihood.
but like, there's no potential for death, but it still sets you up.
I got
for
one
talking
for
to
you.
them.
I got one for
going
you.
to Jersey Mike every year.
No, so it does involve the Jersey Mike story. I was rocking a regular shirt to work every day, just a
Okay.
button-down shirt. I asked for a shirt with my name on it. So when I went in there, she knew my name.
God, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, so I got my name shirts, and then she knew my name. So when I walked in, she'd say my name.
Now, okay, I want to put this out to the listeners. Wyatt's technique will work sometimes, but you could also
Spend a year.
just say, you're really pretty, I'd love to take you out.
That
And
works
then
too.
it saves you a year's worth of sandwiches.
It's
You
all,
know?
I enjoy this story. I enjoy
Listen, dude,
the.
it worked.
You
With
know what?
It worked with Caitlin. That's
It worked
what matters.
with Caitlin. That was
Right.
my favorite story. But it was just like it was
You're
so
playing the
fun.
long
Just
game.
dude, I take the shot clock down to 0. I'm
You
chucking
take
up
the
a
shot
long
clock down to
three.
-30. What the hell are you talking about?
I take the shot clock down to 1, shoot off the backboard, and hope to grab the offensive rebound and get the 14 more seconds. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
And I'm
okay.
just planting seeds everywhere I go. I actually had like 5 seeds in like a tri-state area. I had the Vaughns next to the Jersey Mikes. I had the Jersey Mikes. I had the Johnny Quick across the street. And then I think there was a pizza place I went to twice, and I was like, potential. I don't know if I have enough money to keep doing this because I'm going to the grocery store buying fucking
Dumb shit.
groceries. Then I go to the gas station, get some Pepsis. I'm buying a Jersey Mike's large sub every day, and then I'm fucking going to the gas station. Like I love the process.
Yeah, really. You're a
is
process
fun.
man.
I'm a process guy because I like the ebbs and flows along the way. There were days where I was like, "What am I doing this for,
Bro.
And then I kept going. But yeah, it was fun.
So
So,
anything
long-
but Johnny Quick though.
Yeah.
It was Johnny Long.
Jeez.
All right, boys. You got any more situations? Or are we good to go?
I think we're good.
That was
Definitely
a
an
lot.
interesting
That was a lot.
situation.
Mhm.
It's one that I think is weird because it's so many different situations can play out in so many different ways, and it really just depends on the person, the time, yourself, how you came across. It really depends on all that. But the one thing you need to understand: consent is everything. If they're not wanting it, go away. Take no as no. Don't do anything like that. We make our jokes. We're fucking around. Okay, don't do weird shit.
Consent and respect.
Yeah.
Consent and
And the
respect.
You
street-
take nothing else away.
And the street is public property.
Shut the fuck
Jesus
up,
Christ.
Brian, we're trying to do a public service announcement, and you're out here fucking around.
All right, that'll just about do it for Grab My Bets, Grab My Bachelor. We're going to hit our power rankings, and then we will send you guys on your way. All right, power rankings time. Since Troy is here, I'm going to stray away from my normal legend stuff, and I'm going to have some fun because he's having some fun with some real-life shit. So I'm going to do my power rankings top 5 Star Wars movies in my opinion. In my opinion. By the way, if anybody out there is watching the Spider-Man movies, hey, if you're dying to tell somebody what happened, okay, I don't care about spoilers. DM me the spoiler, and I'll talk to you like I saw the movie, which I did not see, and I probably won't see because I don't really care. So just DM it to me, okay? Get it off your chest. I had some people be like, I got to tell somebody about Spider-Man. DM it to me. I'll talk to you about it. I'll pretend like I know. I just want you guys to know that. Here we go. Top 5 Star Wars movies, in my opinion. Starting at number 5, we got Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. I think it was good.
Really good.
I love the lightsaber battle. I love the entire story arc coming to the end. It was pretty cool. I also love the green lightsaber. It had some corny moments, and I think it had more potential than it ended up cashing in on. But overall, good movie. Number 4, A New Hope. A New Hope, it's kind of boring to start off, and obviously it's setting the stage for the rest of the movies, but A New Hope has some funny little nuances to it, like when they go into the trash compactor, Chewbacca and Han Solo switching into the Stormtrooper gear. Those little moments like that like really stand out from that movie because there was a lot of like long stretches of kind of, just story building and all that different type of stuff. Number 3, Revenge of the Sith. The prequels get a bad rap a lot of the times, and they've gotten less of a bad rap because of the sequels, but Revenge of the Sith was amazing. By far the best lightsaber battle in the entire Star Wars, all the movies ever. Just one of the best lightsaber battles. I loved it to death. Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. So cool. And it was at that perfect moment where there was just enough technology, but it also had that old Star Wars feel. Number 2, Rogue One. Technically not a part of the entire trilogy, but Rogue One is a fantastic movie. Just standalone on its own. You don't need to see Star Wars to know that Rogue One is a good movie. K2SO is just a standout character. He's got a lot of personality to him, and I love Jyn Erso, the main character, as well. And number 1, it's obvious, Episode 5, Revenge of the Sith. The Empire Strikes Back. Awesome movie. That I think you could watch that movie without really knowing what happened in Episode 4 too. It's just such a good movie with all the crazy stuff. They got Cloud City. They've got Betrayal with Boba Fett and Han Solo, or not Boba Fett and Han Solo. Lando Calrissian and Han Solo. All this cool stuff. You get to see C-3PO on Chewbacca's back, like into pieces, which I think is badass. Just a great movie all the way around. Top 5 Star Wars movies. Brian.
Top 5 Apex or top 5 crossovers I want to see in Apex.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm excited for this.
So number 5, I want to see anything and everything Tim Burton.
Oh.
I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be sick. It'd be awesome. Number 4, Lord of the Rings crossover.
Okay. No.
I want to see Gandalf come in as Pathfinder.
Samwise Gamgee's wife.
Okay. Everything.
That's what we all want to see, honestly.
Number 3, and these are going to get a little more stereotypical, but I feel like they would just do them so well, is 3, I'd love to see the DC characters make their way into Apex. I want to see who's dressed up as Superman, who's dressed up as Catwoman, all these different things.
DC needs something, man.
DC needs something.
Because their movies aren't working for
them. They need something. But that being said, because somebody else's movies are working for them, I think number 2 has to go to Marvel. A Marvel crossover into Apex Legends would actually be badass.
Loba's Black Widow.
Black Widow. That'd be awesome.
I'd buy the skin immediately.
Yes, you would.
Not for the right reasons, too.
No,
for
he
the
would.
best reasons.
No. But it would be. I think a lot of them would be amazing. Seeing.
You'd be playing solo, all right.
Oh, jeez.
They put solo in Apex Legends just for me.
All right, sorry, Brian.
I was actually thinking about
person mode.
This motherfucker. I just want to get a Hawkeye skin and get a bow. For fuck's sake, this guy's talking about a Black Widow Loba skin.
Never.
Number 1, I want Star Wars skins in Apex.
Let's go. Bloodhound.
That would be
Darth
sick.
Vader.
Bloodhound Darth Vader. We could have a Revenant as
the Emperor.
And then we could do what's his name? Mirage as Anakin.
Seer as Lando.
That'd be sick.
That would be so sick.
There's so many options there that would be just badass.
Who's the bounty hunter that has the same hat as like Seer? I can't think of his name. It's one of the. I
I
can't
don't,
think.
know. I don't know half their names. I just know that I want skins for that shit.
That'd be
sick,
badass.
though.
Kyle, you're up.
Mine's a little bit off the rails too, but I thought it would be nice. Top 5 hottest bald women of all time.
Oh, let's go.
Both animated, animated and non-animated. So number 5, Sigourney Weaver from Alien 3.
There you go.
Okay. Number 4, Amber Rose.
Yep.
Number 3, chick from Rush Hour 3. I didn't know her name, but she's hot.
Okay, we'll look that up later.
Number 2, Wraith from Apex.
Yeah.
Bald Wraith, fire. Number 1, Natalie Portman from V for Vendetta.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, she's fire.
Lots of Star Wars things going on indirectly here because we got Natalie Portman, we got Brian's list. I had the Star Wars list. Let's see if Troy can bring it home.
All right, you left out Rose Namajunas from the UFC.
She's badass.
Yeah, no,
Thug
she is
Rose?
fire,
That girl
actually.
is
Thug
so
Rose.
pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, goddamn.
Rose Namajunas
Hold
from
on.
UFC.
I got
is
to write
fire.
my last one here because this might be, I don't know how many of these I'm going to get to do. Oh.
It's going to be like most disappointing Legos. Tetris blocks
This-
that I fucking hate.
The steering wheel that you can't even fucking grab.
All right. Listen, I don't consume that much media, but when I do, it's probably a cartoon.
Okay.
So I'm doing my top 5 animes of all time.
Okay, let's get it.
And it starts with one that I think very few people have probably seen that are
Pokemon?
watching this, but I encourage it. Pokemon's amazing. Fate Zero. It's so good. If you have the attention span to be able to follow the story in the first couple episodes.
Is that
it's
number
one of
1
the-
or number 5?
That's number 1.
Bro,
oh,
that
I'm
is-
supposed to go for the bottom?
You don't have to.
I mean, you don't have to. It's
That's,
your
that's
list.
my
It's
favorite
your
anime,
list, dude.
anime
I
of all time.
love that anime.
My one tattoo is from that show. I love that show.
It's a great show.
Next one is another one that probably a lot of you haven't watched. It's a long one, but it's worth it. Gintama, amazing. It has a lot of actual Japanese humor
I
that
thought you were going to
translates
say
really
One
well.
Piece.
The One Piece is longer than fuck. They just had their 1,000th episode real soon, or real recently. The next two were written by the same person, if I remember correctly. Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo are both they're classics. You should go watch that. And then the last one is Death Note Season 1.
That is, yes.
Season 2 is a little sketchy,
Season 1 was phenomenal.
but Season 1 was phenomenal. So, yeah, if you have some time, go check those out.
All right,
I would
boys.
recommend starting with Death Note.
Yeah.
Start with
Death Note hooks you pretty
Death
quick.
Note hooks you quick, and it's easy to follow.
All right, boys. Well, that should just about do it for episode 66 of the Grab My Banner podcast. Don't forget to head on down into our social media pages. And very soon, we're going to be doing our photo shoot for the cards that we are going to send to everybody who had us in their Spotify Wrapped, which is a shitload of you. So get ready for that. Make sure to save those screenshots. We just got to get everybody together to take the picture real quick. Troy will be in town for 2 weeks, so we should be able to take those pictures pretty soon. But hold on to those screenshots, and then we'll be able to start sending out your Christmas/holiday/New Year's/ probably going to show up later than that card with just a little thank you from all of us for tuning in for an entire year and having us in your top 5. Some of you had us over Joe Rogan, which is just like crazy.
I know.
It's just funny. It's like, I get it because you have certain interests over others, but it just when you see that on a list, like us, our stupid dumb faces talking about butt cheeks for hours, and then Joe Rogan, like it's just funny.
It's beautiful.
So thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we'll catch you guys next week for episode 67.
See ya.